Be careful how you throw your stone into the sky, because one day it might fall back down, and you won't know who it will hit. It could be you, your brother, your sister, your friend, or someone close to your heart. Be mindful of how you live, because everything you do will return to you. This story will open your eyes. Stay to the end. It was a quiet Sunday evening. A barber had just finished his last customer. He was tired and ready to close his shop. Suddenly, a homeless man walked in. He looked weak, dirty, and hungry. He said, "Please, sir, I need a haircut. I don't have enough money, but I have an interview tomorrow." The barber looked at him and replied, "I've already closed, but come in." He asked him what style he wanted. The man replied, "Anything better than what I have right now." A few minutes later, the barber was done. The homeless man looked completely different. Even he couldn't believe his eyes. Then the barber asked, "You said you have an interview tomorrow?" The man nodded, "Yes, that's why I wanted to clean up, so I can look more mature for the job." The barber smiled and said, "You look very handsome now, but something is still missing." He gave the man clean clothes, then pointed to the back of the shop and said, "Go take a bath and change." The man did exactly that. When he came out, everything was wow. He looked new. He thanked the barber, saying, "I don't have enough money for all you've done, but this is all I have. Please take it." The barber smiled and said, "It's okay. Keep that in your pocket. I wish I had more to give you." Then he gave him a white handkerchief. On it, it was written, "Do good for tomorrow." The homeless man left with a happy face, and so did the barber. The next day, the man went for the interview. Thanks to God, he got the job. From homeless to hopeful, his life began to change. He started saving money, investing wisely, and rebuilding his life. 7 years later, that same man became a big businessman. He had his own company, bought and resold properties, and was now living comfortably. One day, while going through his property documents, he noticed something: the address of the barber's old shop. He had bought it without knowing. His manager had handled everything because he barely had the time. But when he saw that paper, he froze. This man, the one who helped me, this was his shop? He couldn't believe it. So he made a decision. He went to the property, spoke with his manager. He told him to demolish the old building. Within weeks, a brand new barbershop was built. Clean, beautiful, and modern. But why did the barber sell the shop? Because his son had been very sick. He didn't have enough money, so he had to sell the property to save his son's life. Thanks to God, his son got treatment and recovered. But the barber never forgot that shop. Every day, he would pass by, stand in front of it, and just look at it. One day, he passed again and saw the shop, fully rebuilt, still a barber shop. He was surprised. Wow, so the new owner is doing the same business? He didn't know that the man from 7 years ago was sitting in a car nearby, waiting for him. The businessman saw him looking surprised. He called out, "Sir, excuse me." The barber came over. The man asked, "Do you know me?" "No," said the barber. He asked again, "Don't you remember me?" The barber said, "I'm sorry, I don't." Then the man reached into his pocket and pulled out the white handkerchief. He handed it to the barber and said, "Do you remember this? You gave this to someone years ago. If I told you that person is me, would you believe it?" The barber was speechless. "Is that really you?" "Yes," said the man. "You gave me a haircut, you gave me clothes, you gave me hope." Tears filled the barber's eyes. He asked, "But what happened to the shop?" The man explained, "You sold it a few months before I bought it, but I didn't know until later." Then he handed the keys to the barber. "This shop is yours again." The barber was overwhelmed. He couldn't believe it. "This is too much," he said. "You even built a new shop on top of it." The man smiled and said, "When I realized this was your property, I didn't want to just return it. I wanted to rebuild it. You changed my life, so this is the least I can do." The barber cried and asked, "What did I do to deserve this?" The man replied, "I am who I am today because of you. If it wasn't for that haircut, that bath, those clothes, I wouldn't have had the chance to attend that interview. That interview changed my life." They both hugged, smiling, grateful for that one act of kindness. The lesson from this story: never forget to do good. The good you do today will come back tomorrow. Treat people with kindness and they will never forget you. No matter how rich or powerful you become, always remember, tomorrow is not promised. Imagine if that barber never helped that man. He would have lost his shop and never known what his kindness could return. but because he helped, his blessing came back. Be careful how you treat people, because life goes in circles, and what you throw into the sky one day will fall back. Share this story to help someone. Like, comment, and follow for more real-life lessons.